The Square Ball Podcast.
Part 2 of propaganda now. Leeds versus Leicester. We've done the Leeds fan reaction in part 1. It's now the Leicester fans reaction. Show's brought to you with Levi Solicitors. levisolicitors.co.uk/the Square Ball. Dan, Michael and Moscow. What did the Leicester fans think then? What did you find?
They're not that happy overall. Which, bear in mind, the Leicester we knew as younger men, like, this is good, isn't it?
They
Leicester?
won the bloody league.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, I know it's a while ago, but you'd still be dining out on that, especially they've got into Europe 2 years in a row. It's fine.
I mean, they've won the FA, they've won the league, they've won the FA Cup, they finished 5th twice, but now because they're like 12th or whatever they are, they're not very happy.
Although you can contrast that with the songs that were being sung inside Elland Road on Sunday when they were having a bit of fun with us, and we were singing back. Good, I like that sort of thing. But these sound like a bunch of misery guts.
Well, that's it. When you find out that it's all kind of behind the scenes, it's hollow, and that they're singing those things to kind of disguise this deep sadness that they feel because they won the league recently.
And the cup.
And all the rest of it. So,
mind you, it says Bielsa always reminds us that, following triumph, there is just a deep void, a deep well of despair. That's all that follows.
Full of what's-its.
There is a slight frustration with Brendan Rodgers in there, which there's not really much of it included because it's, listening to Leicester fans moan about the manager is not great.
I mean, he's a really good manager.
He is good. And it was quite
and he will be leaving them soon for a different job.
So it'll all be fine.
What was interesting is them moaning about set pieces, and the reason they're bad at defending them is because they need to go man for man rather than zonal, which is the opposite thing that people say about us. So it just shows you can be shit both ways.
Right, let's find out then. What we got? Leicester Fan TV.
Yeah, I guess this is a result of them winning the league a while ago, but they seem to have quite a lot of American fans. Mm-hmm. So this is 2 Americans doing a live watch along. So this is them enjoying our goal out of sync.
It's an in-swinger. On the
left
foot.
I feel like he's going to take the shot.
Damn it!
I worry that you might be a little bit ahead of me. He hasn't yet taken the free kick on my end of things. It is still Rafinha to take. Comes across, and that is a goal for Leeds. I think you're now a little bit further ahead of me.
Hey, let me try to pause it. That was some bullshit.
Well, no. I'll because I paused mine earlier. I'll go live and then try to sync up with you again. But that is the opening goal of the game direct from the free kick for Leeds, and it is Leeds 1, Leicester City 0.
Quick.
He's almost like, well, I still fine here. I'm
still 0-0 here.
0-0, still 0-0. Oh no. Okay.
I mean, I think I'm on record as being confused by a lot of this kind of YouTube streaming stuff. But when, what is the viewer experience there of listening to 2 people trying to sync up a stream and clicking on a mouse? It's like, and pretty much ignoring the goal that's just been scored. Although I did quite enjoy when he shouted, "God damn it." I thought that bit was good.
Yeah. Well, if you like shouty Americanisms, you're going to enjoy their disallowed goal.
Fingers crossed. Cross comes in, header, and that's it!
Let's go! Let's go!
Whoa!
Adam Lookman! Let's go!
And that is Leeds United 1.
And we score from a set piece!
2.
Let's go! Adam Lookman, a flick on from the near post.
And I'll tell you what, you can get a photo of the Loch Ness Monster. You can get a photo of Bigfoot. But this is rarer. We have a photo of us scoring from a corner.
Jamie Vardy, who has been putting flick-ons from the near post the last 4 or 5 games, including an own goal, puts a perfect flick-on to the far post. Ademola Lookman is there just to tap it in. No one's marking him.
Can I just say, I'm just pausing the clip here just to say, because we know what's coming. This is great. Here we go.
Hold on. VAR is involved. VAR is reviewing this.
I need to see the replay again.
It's offside. Score remains 1-1.
Jeez. I don't like this thing right here. Why do they do that? What is that? I don't like that.
What, with the VAR? That's cool.
I don't like that.
I don't like this.
I don't like this. Which is a fair feeling.
Right, so we're now to after the game. And feelings?
They thought we were good.
Oh, good. That's nice.
We look lethargic again. Leeds came out firing. Leeds came out firing for the whole 90 minutes. You can see why the Leeds fans enjoy.
That's not an American accent. He's changed his accent. Was it all an act?
It's a different man.
Oh, okay.
Joy watching their football, win, lose or draw. Like Patrick just says there, leagues have improved, but we've not. West Ham have improved. Everton have improved. Man City have upgraded. Liverpool have upgraded. Everyone's improved. We haven't.
Ah, bless him.
I mean, I will take issue with him saying you can see why they enjoy their football, win, lose or draw. I mean, if you were here after the Southampton game...
I mean, we won at Norwich and we didn't particularly enjoy that.
We didn't enjoy that. We didn't enjoy the... there were some draws we didn't enjoy as well this season, I'm sure. I can't remember why. But we've definitely been glum on more than one occasion anyway. So
did we draw? We lost to West Ham, didn't we? Yeah, so glum on that one. Everton we drew.
Yeah. It's not been great, though, so far, but you can see why we would enjoy it.
Right, what else have we got then?
Well, this is when they're annoyed at Brendan Rodgers and they're kind of between the three of them, coming up with ideas as to why maybe things aren't working. They're talking like tactics and how maybe you can get slightly more out of a squad, and they fall upon what is essentially a Neil Warnock idea.
What would you do? Like, you say, well, this isn't good enough, but what would your tactics be to change it? If you're Brendan right now, what would you do?
Give him a kick up the arse, give him a bollocking, and tell him to go out there and do the job properly. They're getting paid hundreds of thousands of pounds a week, where people are paying money to go and watch that. I don't know what you can even call it the last few weeks. They need a kick up the arse. He needs to give him a right good bollocking, and it's just annoying now. It really is. But don't seem
the word is Brendan is a nice guy, and he's not a kick the water cooler, throw chairs type of guy in the locker room. If it was me, chairs would be getting thrown. Guys would know that I am upset with their play, and they will have to sit down if they don't play better. And I think that maybe, a scruff of the neck, collar, some laps around the pitch, some push-ups.
I think somebody go in there and just shout at them, like, what are you doing? Like, we give you all this money and all this facilities to be compete at the top of the, like, near the top end of the, the table. What are doing it? He needs to go in there and go, right, guys, like, what is happening? What is going on? What's happening? Why are we going this source? Why is no one, leaving the pitch, bloody noses and muddle all their shirts? What's happening? Where's the passion?
So they want violence, blood on the shirts.
And then a big. He's my favourite one at the end of Brendan Rodgers. One of the, whatever he's a bit of a weirdo, but the great tactical mind is going into the. What would he do if he just walks into the dressing room one day and just goes,
"What's going on?
What are you doing? What's happening?" And
he's brought in a fold-away chair as well, like in WWE.
No answer's coming, so he's just lashing a chair, snapping all the noses.
I was going to say that it was a kick up the arse, a bollocking, kick the water cooler, throw a chair, make them sit down.
That's an Americanism for like benching, like being dropped.
Okie doke. They need to do some laps, some push-ups, shout at them, ask them what's happening, and then they need to leave the pitch with bloody noses and mud on the shirts. I don't know what you're going to do to get. I presume they're going to just have to smack each other in the face if there's no naturally occurring blood. Sometimes when you get like a bad bogey and it picks and it bleeds. Oh, maybe if some of them could get that on the go. Yeah. Just like when you get a spot up the nose. Oh,
just do it Ted Lasso style. Just be nice, be kind. That's all they need to do. None of this violence is not necessary.
I mean, that question did start of like tactically, what would you change? And ended up with just like Brendan
kick the shit out of each other,
just smashing chairs into the faces.
You should get the kids, tie them up, and threaten them. Go around their houses and set them on fire. Then they'll know. That's what I'd do. The American guy, when he goes, if I was there, people would know. Right. So I'm sure if you turned up, players would be like, yeah, I'm not going to listen to this guy.
We've got another American fan as well. This is Beyond the 90 LCFC.
He's a bit more sane, this fella, and he seems to call the game pretty fairly, including some of our failings.
For me, it's so hard to actually look at a game like this and be like, oh, we're lucky that we got the point because we really don't deserve it. Like, that's so hard to look at as a positive because realistically speaking, we didn't deserve that point. Like, really, truly, we didn't deserve it. Mm-hmm. We were fortunate, like you said, most of the Leeds, players could not hit the broadside of a barn today. They just kept on missing the net left, right, and center. And like that, yes, that's a positive that we can look at, but that's not something that I feel like even last season that we were like, this is a positive. Usually when we've been analyzing these matches, it'd be like, there's a positive here and there, and it's not that the fact that, the other club can't even hit the net.
Yeah, fair enough. Can't argue with that, really.
He's
yeah.
right. Yeah. He didn't suggest booting him in the bollocks or anything either to get him to play better. So.
Yeah, it's a pretty fair assessment.
Just be better, I think is what he was after.
Leicester Till I Die, then. This is YouTube, and it's a podcast as well.
Weirdly, I was confused because I started watching this, and one of the intros for it was done by Neil Ruddock. I thought, did Neil Ruddock even play for Leicester? And he didn't. But he's doing an intro for this. I don't know why.
Could we reach out to Ruddock?
There's one. I mean, he does like cameo
I was going to say he must be on Cameo, yeah.
So I guess they've just, for some reason...
We could get anybody if you do it on Cameo and just don't tell them what it's going to be used for.
You can get Carlton Palmer, can't you, on Cameo?
Oh.
I mean,
or equivalent to.
If we can get anyone.
Yeah, let's get Carlton Palmer.
Yeah.
Anybody at all.
You can't get David Batty. Very private man.
No, that's fair.
Right, so yeah, Leicester Till I Die, and let's hear from these lot.
But it isn't going well this season. I know, how long can we say, oh, it's another hard-fought point at a difficult away ground? They were 17th or 16th. We should be beating them. We're going backwards or treading water, whichever way you want to look at it. But compared to the last 2 seasons, which is down to you, Brendan, you got us that good. You got us in Europe 2 seasons running, top 5 2 seasons running. What's gone wrong? I don't know.
It's because they're trying to swim backwards.
No, what's gone wrong is he's got them into Europe and he's built that good team for a bunch of ungrateful bastards.
Yeah, let me just, what month are we in?
What have you done, Brendan?
November is the 11th month, so it's 6 months since they won the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have seen, not many admittedly, but we have seen the odd Leeds fan suggesting Bielsa's time is up and he's run out of ideas. So, yeah, again, this happens in all fan bases to an extent. But yeah, I mean, this guy's older as well, in fairness. He, like the American...
Oh, he's seen the glory days of Leicester, has he?
Well, he's seen the bad days, is what I mean. Like, he should be more... I think he...
I feel
exactly.
You'd expect him to be more circumspect, wouldn't you?
Yeah, like the American fans, if they've joined upon winning a league title, I can see where you're a bit like, oh, not winning. We've not won anything in like a few months. This is pathetic.
This is all your fault, Brendan Rodgers. You brought this upon yourself. Why didn't you just make us terrible the whole time? Then you wouldn't have a problem.
16th or 17th, we should be beating them. We should be beating them. Should you?
I mean, anyway, at least he's better than his guest who comes on, who, if you're eating at this point, you might want to just set your breakfast to one side for a moment.
Is this a little...
It's just a bit weird.
Okay.
You know, you looked at that match and I was watching it live, and I'll be honest with you, I'd be struggling to say which team was the one near the relegation zone.
I mean, it looks that way on the stats and the fact that they obviously had the majority of the ball. But when you probably look at it as a whole and take everything into general, oh, excuse me, I'm trying to hiccup and not be sick at the same time. Sorry.
Nice.
Good. I'm glad. Is this a live stream?
It is live.
So there's no opportunity to just like kind of edit that.
Just do that again. I don't really want you being sick.
I mean, I know with the live stream that we did, was it the promotion one?
I keeled over, didn't you?
I keeled over.
It was Football Manager, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, well,
neither of us noticed.
Just collapsed on my kitchen floor.
Just shows how much we're carrying on, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's because I was laughing so hard, I deprived my body of oxygen, and I got lightheaded and fell over off the back of several beers. I actually fell off my chair, but I've never vomited on a live stream. I will say that.
He seemed all right generally. He just had this little spell because he was on for hours chatting about stuff, but you know, he never did actually fully release his dinner.
I mean, I know this is an audio medium, so you can't see this, and we're playing the audio clips even on the video version. But there's a magnetic whiteboard involved with this, which is almost getting into our sort of depths of tactical expertise, really. So what's all that about?
It's quite cute because it's on a webcam and it looks really poor, but he's got like a little child's whiteboard and some magnets on it, and he's got formations laid out, and he's going.
I've got to tell you, I'm not against this.
Should we?
Quite. It's an option, isn't it? You know, we can just do a little, see if this will kick their arses. So what we're saying is we should kick their arses is the tactical plan. Does that add something, do you think? I know not for the people listening to the audio version, but so if we got that up to a magnetic whiteboard.
I mean, I remember we bought one of those little signboards, like, you remember in a fish and chip shop or a cafe, where you press all the letters into a studded background. We bought one of those when you went to IKEA and started furnishing stuff out with like plants or whatever. And the stuff on the walls in here, and it's only been used once so far as that little where you push the letters and you can spell stuff. And you put the words Moscow is a character, a C bomb, and that's the only thing that's ever been used.
Where is it?
It's just up there on the shelf.
My initial plan was to get it where Sir Michael goes on the table and have like a little bit of
message every time. Yeah,
a bit of a message. Moscow's gone. Oh, he's there we go. He's got it. You can see it's been changed now. I mean, for the focus, keep it about where your head would be, Moscow. Just so there you go. Yeah, you can see how it's been altered ever so slightly.
Bullied.
There's an N and a C and a U and a T and an E and an O.
Bullied.
It's actually a bit like Countdown if you can work out what the other word was as well.
Anyway, let's get onto the clip.
I've forgotten about that. Do we want that on the screen?
Yeah, it's fine. It's not true. It's not true.
I don't want it on the screen.
Just to be clear.
Right.
Anyway, so he's doing his tactical breakdown. So he's got his little board out, and he's doing he's trying to do like a Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher Sky thing of saying what's wrong, but then he just goes down a weird.
Is the answer Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
It goes down a weird road.
Our biggest problem was Samari, Telemans, and Ndidi. You may be thinking, Brad, one of them was probably man of the match. The other two didn't really have a bad game. And it's not the issue so much with the players. The issue I had is the reason I put little circles around them and done a little Mario Kart lap round them is because I found that all they were doing must have been listening to Kylie Minogue, and I'm going to get shot in the comments if this is wrong. But what I mean by that is all I found them doing in the first half was spinning around, get out of my way, where the hell am I supposed to be? Because they didn't know.
The setup and the run-up for that joke was worse than one of mine. Christ.
It's also, it was the second time he mentioned Mario Kart.
Right.
So he's quite preoccupied by it because he talked about someone like getting a boost like on Mario Kart.
Oh, the players throwing banana skins at other ones for him to skid off and stuff.
So yeah, he's obviously got Mario Kart and Kylie Minogue on his mind.
Ah, fair enough. If that's his life, it could be a worse life.
It's made me thoroughly miserable hearing that. I'm not enjoying that at all.
So Leicester seem broadly quite reasonable. In the wider world of propaganda, we've got a variety of accounts. Obviously, with what's going on at Old Trafford, we want to delve into that because, what is football if not the chance to laugh at opposition fans who, in their own mind, are suffering?
Do they still have a football team at Old Trafford? Is there still one there?
Yes. We've got a cricket team, haven't
Are they still trying to keep that going?
Yeah.
Johnny United.
We have not got any Webby and O'Neill in case you were looking forward to it. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Johnny, he's gone.
He's gone. Sweet Prince.
Was he just a Twitter account then, or has he not got like a YouTube channel or anything?
He didn't have a YouTube channel. He used to appear on other people's, but he was the Ollie out man. Yeah. But he seems to have been hounded off Twitter by other Man United fans.
Just at the moment when he was coming into his own as well.
He was right.
Apparently Rio Ferdinand is, not specifically agreeing with him as a person, but is saying it's time for him to leave.
Which is
Johnny, not Johnny or
Ollie, not Johnny United. Which, given that he
the famous clip on the Champions League coverage was when they beat PSG, was it?
I mean, they were all at that. I mean, there was the one where Neville's laughing it up in the interview as well, isn't it? Where it's going to
sign your own contract. Yeah.
So all of them, but I guess that's the schism we were talking about last time, when Neville was saying, "I would never, ever say that a manager should be sacked." It seems like Rio Ferdinand's decided differently. He's a free thinker.
What he'll probably say is it's time for a change, but he won't use the phrase sacked.
I'm going to look it up while you play this clip from Johnny United.
No, there's not one.
He's gone.
He's gone. He's retired.
Should we do Scousers instead?
Well, yeah, and because they lost, obviously, and they've been on a run of like 24 games without defeat or something. They've been doing really well. But I thought that won't stop them being unreasonable. So I tried to find Sonny, the lad who wanted Pascal Stroke
incarcerated,
put in prison for tackling an 18-year-old.
And it's Sonny who he tends to get quite a lot of flack from other people, doesn't he?
It's because he's an idiot.
Right, okay.
But he's got a new setup because he does have a YouTube channel, and he's obviously seen the way people do it with them sat behind like a virtual desk and stuff. So he's tried to do that.
But this is really, really jarring because
it's all so strange.
But he's basically in front of a brick wall, and the desk is the wrong size for him. So he looks like the proportions of a South Park character.
He's gigantic.
Yeah, he's got a gigantic head.
I mean, if his body was behind that desk and it was a normal sized desk, he'd have to be at least 30 foot tall. And he's got, inexplicably, he's put a water bottle on the desk, which is a Liverpool water bottle.
Yeah.
But that that is roughly the same size as his nose because he's so big.
We'll put this. Can we put this screenshot onto the video version? Actually, we must do that. So you can see what we mean.
But it's just such an odd look. Like, none of it makes any sense. Where's his body behind this desk? Is he in a big hole? Is he having that? Is that like a little shot of tequila or something in his drinks bottle? Because it's not going to be enough to quench the thirst of a giant.
It's not clear, is it? Ah, bless him.
But anyway, he didn't have anything to say about West Ham. Sadly, his last video on there, which the screenshot was taken from, was him. He managed to somehow. I didn't watch it all, obviously, because it'd be insane to. But he managed to. I was kind of skipping 5 minutes at a time, and it was just an hour and 10 minutes or something of him saying, "We're really going to miss our players when they go off to the AFCON."
Right.
And he managed to somehow spin that for like an hour and 10 minutes. So,
I mean, you could probably say it in a sentence, couldn't you?
I mean, that's literally said. Mo Salah's dead good.
I mean, Christ, I don't think we're not in any position to accuse people of labouring a point, are we? I don't think.
Yeah, maybe not.
Speaking of which, you want to go back to Rio Ferdinand before we get back to Liverpool again?
Yeah.
He says, I sit here now and I don't think we can challenge for this league.
No way.
Blah, blah, blah. I was always, deep down, a bit sceptical.
Oh, right.
Which is brilliant. Could he take us on to be champions? I wasn't fully convinced. I wasn't sure he could do that. Cut to the video of him seeing Ollie's at the wheel, United are back, whatever. What I've seen this season, blah, blah, blah. I just feel it might be about the time now for the baton to be handed over to somebody else who can take us on now. And I think
that language, just let me stop you there for a second. The language there, it's so passive in terms of it's Ole's baton to pass on. He's not getting sacked.
Yeah, it's a very consensual passing, isn't it? It's I'm letting you have this.
I've decided it's time for me to move on. I'm going to give you this so you can have a go now.
Well, indeed. And he thinks that Ollie would leave now with his head held high. Because from when he came, that's what it says. The Telegraph hires some sub-editors. Leave with his head held high because from when he came into where he got us at the beginning of the season, I think it's been positive. He wants somebody now that the players will fear. So basically that Leicester fan coming with a stack of folding chairs.
What about Pennywise the clown from It? Players might fear.
You could probably just depending on how attached they are to their little toesies, you could get Paul Scholes in, couldn't you?
That would be threatening, wouldn't it? Anyway, back to the Scousers.
Yeah, Anfield Agenda, which is he's a man who also sits behind a fake desk, but he's got the proportions
of a human.
Of a human. But this was his reaction to their defeat, and this is. I mean, remember that's
a big head.
We used to really get annoyed with Kiko Casilla, but it's because he was rubbish.
Yeah. Whereas Alisson, one of the best keepers in the world,
it's not bought him any slack.
Scored a goal last season.
It has not bought him any slack with this guy.
More than we do. Just seem to stop pushing Antonio, you fucking twat! There's another goal from a corner. Alisson, you fucking cabbage! I told you, stop pushing him. And what do? You don't look at the ball, and it's at the far post, and it's 3-1, and all fucking day, Alisson spent pushing Antonio. Watch the ball, you bearded twat.
I'd struggle to. I mean, I got silly. I get silly with refs inside Elland Road, like we were talking about on the match ball, like with Jamie Vardy when he was trying to ref that incident. Have you seen that back, by the way?
No.
Bit close, that.
Was it?
Yeah, good job he was offside. But I don't think I could ever do that, just sat in a room watching it on YouTube or on the telly. I try and reserve my bad behaviour for the ground.
I feel like you'd need a build-up of more than like one game of pushing Mikel Antonio, which is all he's upset about, is that he's been preoccupied with him on corners because he's stood in front of him.
And the Liverpool, they're brilliant.
Exactly. Just enjoy the fact you've got like arguably the best player in the world playing for you at the moment.
One final clip then before we close out propaganda. And where are we going for this one? To Sheffield?
Hecky or Barnsley? I don't. Does he ever truly leave Barnsley? Hecky, I know he has to.
His heart is always there, isn't it?
But yes, he's
somewhere in the South Yorkshire wastelands.
Well, this is about as South Yorkshire as it gets, because he is still at Sheffield United in charge of their under-23s, and they were playing Sheffield Wednesdays under-23s. They won 3-0, which was good.
Who was in goal for Sheffield Wednesday?
Oh, I didn't check that actually. You can.
I'll have a look.
But I mean, this is edited down from I think it was about a 3-minute clip of his post-game interview. So it's slightly selective, but you can
Does it give a good flavour of what we're missing with Hecky?
Yeah, the sort of things he's looking for in a team.
I can imagine.
What's good about a performance, what's maybe lacking.
Yeah.
What
areas they can address.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Oh, good.
We weren't at his best with the ball by no means. We had so many opportunities first half, but the last pass, but it weren't so much with the ball that frustrated me. We weren't as intense in how we wanted to win the ball back. Second half we were, and we got his rewards, because I still thought we could have been much better with the ball, but without the ball we were excellent and sort of smothered Wednesday. So yeah, they had nowhere to go, and it just became one-sided. We were nowhere near at his best, and we have had a few games where we've had that quality with the ball and the same intent without the ball, and we've blown teams away.
Both sides of the coin, eh?
The with ball, without ball. He never ever fails, does he?
Does he need a new act? Is it time to...
Imagine having to listen to it every day, though. You can imagine first day of training, he starts talking, we're going to work on it. With the ball, without the ball. By the end of the week, you're just like, fuck.
But it'd be like, as the saying goes, though, if he did change his act and he didn't say that anymore, would it be like the Rolling Stones taking to the stage and not doing Satisfaction, He needs to bring out the greatest hits, doesn't he? Play the hits.
I feel like it's nothing like as insightful as he thinks it is. Like, I think most football coaches will address
being in possession and out of possession.
In possession and out of possession. Like, he talks about it as if he's the first person to have ever thought about it. Saying, no, it's not just important to do things when you've got the ball. When you've not got the ball, you also need to
do things
as well.
Yeah.
So that's why
he doesn't really say what those things are, does he?
No, it's with the ball, without ball.
Right.
With ball, without ball. Was Bailey in net, Moscow? I know
I'm
you're
really
searching
struggling to find any team news from this big.
It's unbelievable.
Clash.
None of the national papers have covered it.
No, I've got the Blades line up, but no mention of. I'm sure he'll be in the first team again, won't he? The Belden Warrior.
Right. Well, that wraps up propaganda. That's what we found from Leicester City fans, American ones in particular, and from the wider world of propaganda. No propaganda next week because it's the international break, but we'll return. Is it Spurs next?
It is indeed, yeah.
Ah, good. Cockneys. That'll be good fun, won't it?
Hey.
Looking forward to that, Moscow?
No.
Right, we'll catch you in a bit.
The Square Ball Podcast.